Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey Cowboys fans, today we are diving deep into a story that's shaking the entire NFL landscape. A story that could redefine the future of America's team. You've probably heard some rumors or seen the headlines, but today, we're going to analyze every angle, every implication, and every detail about the shocking departure of Dez Bryant, one of the franchise's most iconic wide receivers, and how that connects to the recent victory of Matt Eberflus in Monday Night Football. Believe me, this isn't just about a single game or a single player. It's about the future trajectory of the Dallas Cowboys, a team that's been both loved and scrutinized for decades. So grab your popcorn and your Cowboys gear, because what I'm about to tell you will keep you hooked for the next long, in-depth discussion. First off, let's set the scene with the initial shock. Dez Bryant, a name that's practically synonymous with the Cowboys' success in the 2010, has been officially released from the team. Now, for those of us who have followed Dallas closely, Dez's impact over the years is undeniable. He was a game changer, a player whose physicality, precise route running, and clutch performances made him a fan favorite. From his early days of greatness to his role as a leader on the field, Dez Bryant was a pillar of the Cowboys' offense for nearly a decade. So when reports came out that he was being let go, it sent shockwaves through social media, through the locker room, and through the entire NFL community. What led to this decision? Was it purely a football decision, or were there underlying issues behind the scenes? And most importantly, what does this mean for Dez's future and for the Cowboys' offense moving forward? This situation is not just about losing a wide receiver. It's about the strategic shift that the Cowboys' front office seems to be making. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the team trying to rebuild and retool, juggling salary cap constraints, injuries, and a changing roster. Dez Bryant, despite his talent, has had his share of injury problems and some off-field controversies that perhaps pushed the front office towards making this tough but necessary decision. But don't be mistaken, his departure leaves a void. The question now is who will step up to fill Dez's shoes. Is it CeeDee Lamb, who's been showing flashes of brilliance? Or will the Cowboys look into the draft or free agency for a veteran to fill that gap? This decision might be a turning point that could either propel the team to new heights or expose vulnerabilities that critics have been pointing out for years. Now, let's talk about the recent victory of Matt Eberflus in Monday Night Football. Yes, the same Eberflus who's now leading the Cowboys' defense and, evidently, the team's strategic approach. His win on that Monday night showcased a team that's disciplined, motivated, and hungry for success. What was particularly impressive was the way the Cowboys' defense controlled the game, limiting their opponent's offensive production and creating turnovers at crucial moments. That's exactly the kind of leadership and tactical acumen Dallas fans have been craving. Eberflus' approach, which emphasizes adaptability, fundamentals, and aggressive play, seems to be resonating with the players. And it's not just about defense. His influence is felt across the entire team, instilling a new sense of purpose and confidence. But here's the big question. How much of this victory is a sign of the team turning a corner? Or is it just a flash in the pan? Many experts believe that Eberflus is building a team that's resilient and flexible, capable of adapting to different opponents and game situations. His defensive schemes, which often feature complex coverages and blitz packages, seem to be confusing opposing offenses and creating opportunities for turnovers, like the interception or forced fumble that sealed the game. For a Cowboys team that has historically been known for its potent offense, a strong defensive identity could be exactly what they need to push deeper into the playoffs. Now, let's analyze the broader implications of these developments. The Cowboys' season so far has been a roller coaster. They started with promise, showing flashes of their historic dominance, but also faced setbacks, injuries, close games, and questions about consistency. The loss of Dez Bryant, in particular, raised eyebrows because it symbolized a shift away from veteran stability towards a more youth-oriented or strategic rebuild. Fans are divided. Some lament the loss of a locker room leader and a playmaker, while others see it as an opportunity to develop new talent like CeeDee Lamb, who, despite being young, has already demonstrated flashes of brilliance. Lamb's route running, speed, and hands make him a natural heir to Dez Bryant's role, but can he step up to the challenge of being the primary target? That's the million-dollar question. From a statistical perspective, Dez Bryant's career numbers are staggering. Over his tenure with the Cowboys, he amassed over 450 receiving yards and 73 touchdowns, ranking among the top receivers in franchise history. His ability to stretch the field and make contested catches was legendary. But in recent seasons, his production has declined, partly due to injuries and inconsistent quarterback play. Still, his presence on the field demanded extra coverage, opening opportunities for others. With his departure, defenses might be able to focus more on CeeDee Lamb and other emerging players, but the team also risks losing that deep threat that could change the complexion of the offense. Meanwhile, the victory in Monday Night Football also brings to light the importance of coaching and scheme. Eberflus' defensive system emphasizes discipline, gap control, and creating turnovers. This approach has historically been successful in other NFL teams, and his ability to adapt it to Dallas personnel could be a game changer. It's also worth noting that this win might be a catalyst for the team's confidence, especially considering the tough schedule ahead. The Cowboys face some critical division rivals in the coming weeks, and their ability to sustain this level of play will be tested. The defense, led by players like Micah Parsons, who continues to impress with his relentless pass rush, and the secondary, which has shown flashes of brilliance, needs to maintain this momentum. Speaking of players, it's impossible not to mention Micah Parsons when discussing the Cowboys' recent performances. His explosiveness, speed, and football IQ make him one of the most disruptive defenders in the league today. His ability to rush the passer and drop into coverage adds a layer of unpredictability that offenses struggle to counter. Parsons has become a leader on defense, and his development will be crucial for Dallas's success this season. On the offensive side, CeeDee Lamb is increasingly becoming the focal point of the passing game. His route running is sharp, his hands reliable, and his ability to make plays after the catch adds another dimension to Dallas' attack. Question is whether the team's offensive line can protect Dak Prescott adequately so that these playmakers can shine. The offensive line has shown flashes of strength, but also moments of vulnerability, especially against aggressive pass rushes. Now, let's not forget about Dak Prescott himself. His leadership and performance under pressure are critical for the Cowboys' fortunes. Last season, he faced criticism for turnovers and inconsistency, but his resilience has been evident. In the recent games, Prescott has shown moments of brilliance, combining accuracy with mobility, making plays both through the air and on the ground. His connection with Lamb has been promising, and if they can develop that chemistry further, the Cowboys could have one of the most potent offenses in the league. However, durability remains a concern. Any injury to Prescott could alter the entire outlook of the team. When we consider the historical context, the Dallas Cowboys have always been a franchise that thrives on high expectations. Their past success, including 5 Super Bowl titles, sets a bar that fans and analysts expect them to reach every season. But recent years have seen ups and downs, with playoff droughts and inconsistent performances. The loss of Dez Bryant, a franchise icon, symbolizes a shift from that era of dominance to a new chapter that's still being written. Will the current changes, including the strategic emphasis under Eberflus and the emergence of younger stars, lead to a return to glory? That's the question that keeps everyone talking. Looking at comparisons, other NFL teams that have undergone similar transitions, like the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes or the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen, show that a combination of strong coaching, emerging talent, and strategic adjustments can propel a team to Super Bowl contention. The Cowboys, with their rich history and talented roster, certainly have the potential, but they also face stiff competition within their division, notably from teams like the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, who are also investing heavily in their rosters and coaching staff. The upcoming games will be critical in shaping their playoff chances. So, what can we expect moving forward? Will Dallas continue to build around their young core, or will they add veteran pieces to fill the void left by Dez Bryant? How will Eberflus adapt his defensive schemes to different opponents? And can Dak Prescott maintain his high level of play under pressure? These are questions that every Cowboys fan should be pondering as the season progresses. The team's schedule is tough, and the pressure to perform is mounting. But if the defense can sustain their recent form, and if Prescott and Lamb develop even more chemistry, the Cowboys might just surprise us all. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The NFL is more competitive than ever, with parity reigning across the league. The Cowboys are no longer just a team with a storied past. They are a team fighting to carve out a new legacy. The recent news about Dez Bryant and the victory under Eberflus are pieces of a larger puzzle. The franchise is clearly in a transitional phase, trying to balance experience with youth, offense with defense, and tradition with innovation. The fans' reactions have been mixed, some mourning the loss of a legend, others excited about the new opportunities. The media is buzzing with analysis, debates, and predictions, all trying to decipher what this means for Dallas's chances of returning to the top. And what about the rivalry aspect? The Cowboys' matchups against divisional foes are always high stakes, and this season is no different. The division is fierce, with teams like the Eagles and Giants eager to establish dominance. The outcome of these games could determine playoff seeding and even division titles. The Cowboys' ability to adapt quickly and capitalize on their strengths will be tested in these crucial matchups. The defensive improvements under Eberflus could be the key to winning those tight battles, especially if Micah Parsons continues his ascent as one of the league's premier pass rushers. Finally, let's reflect on what this all means for the Cowboys fans. The emotional roller coaster of losing a beloved player like Dez Bryant can be tough, but it also signifies growth and adaptation. The victory in Monday Night Football offers hope and proof that the team is heading in the right direction. The future is uncertain, but with the right adjustments, leadership, and a bit of luck, Dallas could be on the cusp of something special again. It's a long season ahead, filled with challenges, surprises, and opportunities. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and remember, the Dallas Cowboys are a franchise built on resilience, history, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and IT makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. As we look into the future, the question becomes, where do the Cowboys go from here? Will they reinforce their roster with key signings? Will the coaching staff continue to emphasize a defensive identity that has shown promise? Can Dak Prescott elevate his game even further? And perhaps most importantly, how will the team's culture evolve after losing a player like Dez Bryant? These are the big questions that will define their season and perhaps their legacy for years to come. The NFL is a league of constant change, and Dallas, with its rich history and passionate fan base, often finds itself at the center of those shifts. The upcoming games will be crucial in testing the team's resilience. The schedule ahead features formidable opponents, and each game will serve as a litmus test for the Cowboys' new identity. If Eberflus' defense can continue to frustrate offenses, and if Prescott and Lamb build on their recent chemistry, the team could be poised for a playoff run. But let's not forget, injuries, turnovers, or even a moment of misfortune could alter the course of their season. That's the unpredictable beauty of football. It's what keeps us all glued to our screens, analyzing every play, every decision, every moment of brilliance or mistake. In conclusion, what we're witnessing is more than just a team going through a rough patch or making a strategic change. It's a chapter in the long, storied history of the Dallas Cowboys, a chapter of reinvention, resilience, and relentless pursuit of greatness. Whether Dez Bryant's departure will be remembered as a turning point or just a blip in their ongoing saga remains to be seen. What's clear is that the team is evolving, and the fans are right there with them, riding the highs and lows of this roller coaster ride. So stay tuned, stay engaged, and keep supporting your Cowboys because, as history shows us, this franchise never stays down for long. It always comes back stronger, ready to write the next chapter of legendary success. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys.